What makes a website easy to build? How can I actually design a website without missing anything on my design? Or better, how can I make a well-organized website for my client and make sure he doesn't need anything else? Come to think of it, how can I make sure to have all the right images, icons, and how can I set up my website so that it'll be easy for me and for my client to design or make any changes to the website? So in this webinar, we'll talk more about how to prepare and gather everything you need for yourself and for your client's website. To start, my name is Yann Bobot. This is the Webydo webinars, and we'll explore the 8 things to prepare before creating your client's next website. So, number one, what we basically need to do is basically finding inspiration. Finding inspiration is the first thing that you need to search for because you want to, it is kind of hard, especially when you're starting out, to understand what your client needs and to actually find something similar to the templates that you normally find out there on the internet. It's important to do a lot of research. Basically, what we're going to do today is gather all the things that we need in order to actually jumpstart and boost your and create your website. And finding inspiration is the first thing. Okay, you want to know exactly visually what type of website you're going to make for your client. Okay. Um, Number one, this is where I'm going to tell you exactly where to go, what to find, and how to organize yourself. Okay, so first of all, it's basically an inspiration for web design. Okay, so you have a few links that I'm sharing. Of course, at the end of the webinar, this presentation will be sent with the links attached. So I generally go on Behance. Okay, this is honestly my favorite website to search for new and exciting website. So basically how you normally use Behance is just simply type in the website that you want. So if let's say we're looking at a corporate website, or just type in corporate, and here all creative fields, web design. So here you have a bunch of you have designers that are actually posting stuff on the internet on Behance, and they're and it's completely out there for you to see and to inspire yourself on their works and to see exactly what type of website your client needs. Okay. My next suggestion would be more Muesli. Okay, Muesli, you can also install it as a Chrome extension. Okay, again, Muesli for Chrome. I highly suggest you going and exploring Muesli. Okay, Landing Folio is also a cool website with a lot of companies that are promoting landing pages. Okay, pricing pages. This is more in terms of design wise how you should design pricing pages. If by any chance um, you are designing a nice pricing page, depends on what the client wants. AIGA, which is also a nonprofit organization that also um, gives you a lot of templates that you can check, also programs. They have a really cool website I highly suggest to explore. And of course, the best designs, which are a huge gallery of a lot of cool web designs. Of course, you can also go on awards. Okay, awards, and they actually give you the website of the month, for example. Okay, what is the best web design of the month? This is for awards. Okay, so before I even continue, I would also like to post here something very cool, a design that we made, that I made for all of you. Okay, you can see exactly what we're going to do. This is basically going to be the theme that we're going to use for our future webinars until the end of the month. Okay, it's called the freelancer.webydo.com, freelancer.webydo.com. There you go. You can check it out. Give me your advice, and And cool. And basically what we're going to do, we're going to slowly rebuild the website itself. Okay. And I'm going to go live and do everything with you guys. Okay. So before I even start, let me show you the website. There you go. Okay. I also posted here on the chat for everybody to see. Okay. The Freelancer website looks something like this. My screen is a tiny bit too big, but if you scroll down, okay, you have a bunch of elements that I put inside. Okay. You also have hover effects. Okay. Changing colors, plans, pricings, blog, form. So this is basically a one pager. And what we're going to do for this, for the theme of the month, we're basically going to rebuild this website slowly but surely. Okay. So what we need to know right now is basically finding the right colors, images, icons, and fonts. Okay. It is extremely important to have everything organized because when you're going to either give the website to the client or even better, you want to keep you want to keep those files in your computer. It's important to prepare yourself before doing anything, before even starting to create the static website itself. It is extremely important to review all the material and make sure that you rename them so that it is easy to find and reapply. Okay. So finding the right materials. Now, the biggest problem here is that a lot of people don't know where to find the right materials, such as icons, fonts, basically anything. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. So number two actually, number one was our inspiration. Number two is basically figuring out what would be your color palette. So as a lot of you designers know, I would highly suggest to find color palettes that are up to 3 colors, 3 to 4 colors actually. Okay, you can find your color palette inspiration on colorhunt.co if I'm not mistaken. Color Hunt, where you can just simply Google color hunt and you're there. Okay, so they give you the hex code, which is right here of every color palette. Okay, so you have a huge variety of color palettes, and you can choose based on either the logo or what you think would be the best for the design of your client. You can also go on lol colors, which is exactly the same thing, or coolors even. Okay, again, coolors color palette, coolors.co. And basically, they give you really nice color palettes. Next, fonts. Now, of course, you can download fonts from Google. Okay, this is basically your first choice. But let's say you want more nice looking fonts that you're going to apply on the website. So again, I use Behance basically all the time. So I'm just going to type Behance fonts. And you're going to see the second one, free font, most appreciated projects on Behance. If you click on it, they're basically all free. Okay, some of them are not. Most of them are. Okay, so for example, Coves, Moon, Lambok, Kittery, Kayak. Okay, if you click on it, scroll down, just shows you basically what the font looks like, and then you can just click on Magic, which leads you to another page, and it gives you the option to download from their Dropbox to your computer. No, download, and then you have it, and then you can apply it. Okay. Next, stock images. Now, images are extremely important. Okay. What a lot of people do is that they just simply go on Google, put an image, work, and they just go on images. Okay. And a lot of them, if you go on settings, wait a second, more tools, sorry, usage rights. So most of them you can't reuse on the website. Which is why it is good to just go on websites such as Pexels, pexels.com. Okay, if you go on work, can basically go and find cool free licensed stock images. Okay, computers, you can type based on computers, so they give you results based on the keyword that you're inputting in. And last, icons. Okay, so I have 3 cool links that I would like to share, which is flat icon, okay, icon finder, and the noun project. So I'm just going to give you a small example. Flat icon.com. So let's say I want web design. You can filter it by color filter, stroke, linear. If you want full colors, etc. You want web design, simply click here. This is a bunch of them. I'm just going to delete them. Change the color that you want to red maybe, and just simply download collection. All of them are free. Simple as that. And there you go if you want to open it. Okay, I'm guessing I'm currently opening it. There you go. Okay, now also, I'm just going to paste this link here. If I click on it, I'll be able to show you. This is a really great blog posted by our content manager. Okay, I'm just going to post it here. You can all have a good look and read about the 75 of the smartest resources for web designers. Okay, now that I've basically showed you what to do, where to search, what we're going to do, simply gather information. So my website is called thefreelancer.webydo.com. What we're going to do is just go on the Freelancer. This is the document. And as you can see, I went to all those websites, literally, and I chose my fonts. Okay, these are also Google fonts, and I just downloaded more of them. Okay, on icons, these are all my icons. Okay, and as you can see, I basically filter them based on sections of the page itself, meaning that if there's a section that says demo, on the demo, what type of icons am I going to put there? Exactly like images. Okay, images, number one, the first image that I'm putting in, second image that I'm putting in, third, fourth, etc., etc. Okay, logos, as you can see, we had a small part. I'm just going to go back. If you go back on the Freelancer and you go to the trusted by the world's best, okay, when you roll over, it changes color, which is really, really cool. Now, what I did here is that this is something that we're going to review later on. I basically gathered my black icons, so I call black logos, so I call them logo 1, logo 2, logo 3, logo 4, and then the gradient ones, which are exactly the same size, same everything, okay, and when I roll over, it changes images. These are the original ones, okay. Now that I gathered everything, all I need to do is to apply them, okay. Applying your color palette and adding favicon. So this is exactly what we're going to do. So let's go to my dashboard, and basically what we're going to do, we're going to go step by step on what to do. Okay, so we're going to create a new website like this. And we're going to start with color palette. Okay, so to go to the color palette and also to the favicon, but we're going to start with color palette. We're not going to touch anything yet. What we're going to do, we're going to go to settings, site presets, and now you have the site presets window, which, by the way, you can choose the size of the site, which I highly recommend sticking to 960. Also the site alignment, which is going to be here, and you're going to see your color style. So your color style basically gives you the opportunity to not only change your colors, okay, but also to be able to name them. Okay, so this is really a cool feature in Weby'nar, is that you can name those colors, because it's important, because when you want to update them or change them, or basically whatever you want, it is important to rename them as well. Okay, so this is exactly what we're going to do. Now, I always keep the white, Okay, so style 6, I'm just gonna keep white. Okay. Next, what am I going to do? Next, I know that I have the hard purple here. I'm just gonna check what color it is. Okay, so these are hex colors that I took from the website and from the template itself that I downloaded. So these are colors hard purple. We have the normal purple. Just gonna call it purple. We have the baby blue. Blue. Call it this gray. And black. There you go. So basically, what did I just do? Okay, I just set my color palette. This means that I don't need to worry anymore about choosing the right color or the style or changing colors, or just simply if I want to drag and drop this, changing the color of basically the same template or the same design that I want to, instead of copying a color from somewhere else, I just set it up as a color palette. So all my colors are right here. So if I want the hard purple, there you go, hard purple. Simple as that. If I want to, well, duplicate. If I want the normal purple, or if I want the baby blue one. This makes your life so much easier. Okay, so this is for the color palette. Now, how do I also set up the favicon image? Okay, so this is number 6, favicon image. So we'll customize our favicon image. So basically, you need to do it inside Photoshop, or maybe if you download an icon or something like that. Okay, basically what I'm gonna do is let's try and open Photoshop. Well, I already opened it. Simply, you know what? Let's create a new file. So a favicon image needs to be kind of very small, as you all know. Okay. I'm just gonna put a certain text here. Just by the way, just making sure. Favicon image. If I'm not mistaken, it should be 42 by 42, but just to be sure, change colors to black. Oh. There you go. Okay, so the favicon should be the mini logo that you're putting in. Okay, we're just gonna save it as a PNG. Okay, and we're gonna go back to our site presets window. There you go, open. Let's see if it works. Click OK. And my favicon image should be replacing the small icon from the tab. So if I publish this website, even though it's very blank, what we want to do is just concentrate on the favicon image here. As you can see, it's an F. Okay. So I would highly suggest to just make it around 50 by 50. You should be good with that. Okay. So now what we're going to do, we're going to basically do the hardest part, applying your fonts and paragraph styles. So number one, how to upload your fonts. Okay. 1, you go to paragraph styles. 2, you go to the font and you drop down. And 3, and you're just simply going to click on the add fonts button. Okay, so here I have on the Freelancer, I have all my fonts. Okay, Merriweather and Montserrat. Cool. What I'm going to do right now, I'm going to go on my dashboard. I'm going to click on View Paragraph Style, or I'm just going to click on the small button that is at the bottom right hand side. Click on the Paragraph Style button. And here I see sort of the default. Doesn't matter. We're going to concentrate on that in a few minutes. I'm going to click on the normal one. And on my design panel, I'm just going to click on the font. As we said, drop down menu, and I have the add font button, and then a window will pop up. So I can add a variety of Google fonts. Okay. So just continue scrolling. Or I can upload my own fonts. I personally like to upload my own fonts. I'm going to click on upload, go on the Freelancer, font, Merriweather, not a problem. Open, and you're going to see on my right side, everything is adding up. Next, not only Merriweather, also going to go to Montserrat. Click enter, and everything is added. So you can add as many fonts as you want, click OK. And then if you want, you select your font, okay? So again, we're not concentrating on the website design for the moment. What we're doing actually is just setting ourselves up, okay? So now that we have uploaded fonts, what we're going to do, we're going to override the paragraph style. So before we do that, we just open the paragraph style. Next, we change the font itself. And to override, it's a simple check button. So let's do it live. Let's go back. Click on View Paragraph Style. This is my paragraph style. So this is basically the default of my paragraph style. What I need to do is just simply override them. Why? Because normal is set to P. This is very important for SEO. I'm going to explain that in future courses very, very soon. But it's important to know what type of heading you're applying to. So the normal is for P, for paragraph. Page title is H1. Okay. Title is H2, H3. This is H2 for gallery title and gallery description. So what we're going to do, we're not adding paragraph style, we're just overriding them. Okay. Later on, I'm gonna explain to you how to organize your paragraph style so that it'll be extremely, extremely easy and very useful to use. Okay. So number one, our normal. What we want to do is basically learn how to override. So number one, we're going to change font. Okay. So let's try Merriweather as an example. You already see that I changed it and it changed automatically. I can change it however I want. I can choose the color. I can choose the size, 100. This means that when I bring a paragraph here, which is set to the paragraph style as normal, it's going to be extremely huge, as you can see. So let's not exaggerate. Let's do 50. Let's do much less. Sorry. Normal will be 18. There you go. This looks better. Okay, so I want you to understand what is exactly overriding a paragraph style. Any paragraph, any text that has a certain paragraph style assigned to can be changed all at once. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to drag and drop the paragraph style again, paragraph element again. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to simply change my paragraph style. Why? Because those two are assigned to one paragraph style. Okay, so let's change it to Montserrat extra light, and you can see that automatically those two changed paragraph style. If I want to change their colors, everything is done automatically. So you don't always need to go inside the text element and change the color however you wish to do it, but you don't need to go inside every time and change it. This is going to be extremely, extremely useful when we're going to do a responsive website. Okay, because all you'll need to do in terms of text content of text content of the webinar of the website is just simply change the sizing of the paragraph style every time that you that you change layouts. But let's not concentrate on that right now. What you already know is how to override your paragraph style. So what you need to do is simply click on View, Paragraph Style, click on the paragraph style that you want to change, click on Change It, and when you're done, do nothing because it's already changed automatically. Okay? So I have basically prepared a cheat sheet, okay? Just letting you guys know I'm going to be answering questions very soon, okay? I want to prepare a cheat sheet. This is what I did for you guys to explain how you should organize your paragraph styles, okay? So this is my cheat sheet. So of course, when you create a new website from scratch, you get a default paragraph style. Okay, the default paragraph style, what we're going to do, we're just going to simply concentrate on normal, page title, title, and subtitle. Okay, gallery title and gallery description is, you can also work with it. Okay, if you're putting a gallery and you want to use the gallery titles and description, which is basically totally your choice. But my main concentration is how to organize exactly everything. Okay, so what I did is simply created the document, okay, where I have my paragraph style. So this is the default. What font am I going to use? The font size that I'm going to use, the font alignment, which is also extremely important, what color, and what is the color name, okay? And this is exactly what we're going to work on. So how to set up the paragraph style. So number one, you need to have a normal, a page title, a title, and a subtitle. Sorry, I'm just going to go back to the slide, okay? And then you need to have another set, let's call this a set, another set that is set to the center, okay? So one set is normal, one set is to the center. So this is what we're going to do, okay? The normal, what we're going to do, we're going to call it Montserrat. So let me just, oops, sorry, let me take this out. So let me just minimize that a bit. Let's open the Freelancer so we know exactly what font we're using. Okay, I'm just going to put it here. We're going to do everything live. So Montserrat. So we want to use for normal, we want to use, oops, sorry, Montserrat Light, thin even. Okay, for the page title, I want something kind of, I can choose either semi-bold, okay, or maybe very bold black, okay, in other words, or, you know, so let's do just Montserrat bold. Okay, title, we're just gonna, I like Merryweather. Let's do Merryweather regular. Okay, subtitle will be Merryweather light. Gallery title, I can choose. I'm not gonna concentrate, again, I'm not gonna concentrate on it, okay? What I'm gonna do is just simply, whenever, if you do need, I'm leaving you to choose what font, because it basically, it's strictly based out of your decision, okay? So this is the first thing that I'm doing. I need to know what font am I using, okay? I'm just gonna delete that. This is not important. So this is my first set. My second set is going to be exactly the same thing, okay? And my third set will be also exactly the same thing. There you go. Oops. Sorry. So I have the same. Oh, made an oopsie. There you go. Okay, so all of them have the same font. We're all good with that. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to choose the font size. Okay, So the font size, normal, I would stick. I don't know if you guys noticed. Color name, paragraph style. I don't know if you guys noticed. Let's go back to my sheet here. Um, how do paragraph style need to be shown? So you have the normal one. Okay. Now, before I continue to my sheet, I want to show you the second one. The second one is where you have a different color, which is white. Okay. For example, page titles are not always black or not always gray. They're not always in a different color. Most of the time, you're going to use a lot of white in your websites. Okay. So it's always to, have a different color. If you're using a different color for all pages, for a lot of pages, okay, if it's a common color that you're using, make a different, make a new set of paragraph styles that have a different color. I chose white because I use white a lot, okay, especially in text. Next, I have center and I have center white, okay? A lot of time, and this is for sure, this is not a question of different colors. Most of the time, all the time even, you're going to use a paragraph style that is going to be centered. Okay, so your paragraph style should be a center paragraph style, and of course center white because I'm also personally using the same color. Okay, again, you can choose any other color. So what did I just do? The default is normal, the second one is normal white, and the third one is normal center, and the fourth one is normal center white. And this is exactly what we're going to do here. So I have normal white, here I have center. Just going to copy it. And here I have center white. It's extremely important to have this done before you start anything, because when you're going to be finished with a website and you want to give your client all the information that he needs, okay, this is going to be the first thing that he would want to see. Okay, if I change a text, if I add a text to my website, how do I choose the same font that you used on the other pages? It is extremely important, people. Okay, so now that we know exactly what type of paragraph style we're going to have, let's choose the font size. Okay, so the font size for normal, I also prepared a sheet that I'm gonna use. Let's check the font size later. Let's concentrate on color. So whatever's white, okay, white is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the hex color for white. Oh, sorry. There you go. And there you go. So I'm already done with that. Okay, part of it is done. So the normal, the color that it's going to be is going to be, we can say, let's go on our website, on our design panel, and let's check. So I have a normal gray. I can have all types of gray that you can look at. So I can have also as a page title this color or this color, the purple one, okay? Or you can have simple black one, which is 0. I would basically go like this based on the website that you guys see, okay? My paragraph style here, the color will be a light gray, which is F4, 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 F4. Yeah, and here I forgot to add an F, but it doesn't matter. Okay, my page title will be more dark gray. So let's customize that already. Whoops it. Title will be different colors. Titles and subtitles will be also very different. I think we should keep it the light gray. And subtitle. Okay. So this will be exactly the same thing. Wonderful. Color name. I know this is light gray. Page title is dark gray. Sorry, this is gray and this is light gray. Okay. Now I know that on the website, on Freelancer, I'm also using a lot of, yeah, as you can see, I'm using white and gray. Sometimes blue, but this is strictly a one-time thing. Other than that, I'm using the dark blue grayish, okay, that you all see. So I'm done with that. Gray, white. There you go. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to go to font sizes. So on the presentation that you guys are going to get, okay, I want to point out, it's not something that you really need to follow. Font sizes depends strictly on you. It doesn't depend. Now, the reason why I did this table is just if you want to have kind of an inspiration about font sizes, you can use it as an inspiration. I highly suggest that you choose your font sizes. You don't need, again, you don't need to base yourself on what I'm giving you, okay? But I am going to use this for this webinar, okay? So it's still going to be sent to you, so feel free. So let's do it. Just going to take this off, make that easier. So there you go. So normal font size should be 14. Font alignment 20. Next, I have page title. So I like my page title on 70 pixels. My font alignment should be I always choose 4 pixels higher than the font size. Okay, so it's well adjusted. All right. Sorry. There you go. Sorry, guys. Okay. Title. We're gonna do 38 pixels. And we're gonna do 36 pixels. And font alignment 38. Sorry, what am I saying? 42. Subtitle will be, I would say, 27 and 31 pixels. Font alignment. So I'm good. Okay. Goes exactly the same for everyone. Oh, amazing. Now all I need to do is just change whatever needs to be changed. So this is exactly how I picture my paragraph style. All I need to do is upload everything. Simple as that. So let's do it. Let's click on paragraph style. Wonderful. Normal. So what is normal? Montserrat thin. Is there a thin? There you go. Thin. What color? F4 F4. Oh, it should be light gray. Sorry, C4. Okay, now we know it's a C4. Page title, we say Montserrat bold. Oh, and the normal should be 14 pixels, and font alignment, which is right here, line height, okay, 20. Can obviously do more than that, depends with you again. I chose 70 pixels on 74. Montserrat bold, what color? And slowly I'm customizing everything, and I'm happy. Title, Merryweather regular. Merry. Yeah, I uploaded them. Okay, there you go. Merryweather regular. This is light regular. There you go. Size will be 36 on 32. On 36 on 42. 36, 42. And color will be CC. There you go. Subtitle will be 27 on 31. Color will also be CCC. And the font will be Merryweather Light. Wonderful. So now that I have my first default, let's create my second. So normal white. All I need to do is save as a new style. Okay, so I'm clicking on the normal paragraph style, save it as a new style, go on my design. Here it says center, double click to change the name, normal white. Press enter, and you're good. Next, page title. Click on the save as new style, save as new style, sorry. Page title, white. Oh, I centered it by mistake. It's okay. Let me change that. Center the other one, this one, like that. Title, white. Subtitle, white. Change everything to white. And now what we're going to do, we're going to do the same thing, white, center. Center. So let's just create all of them. White center, page title. Title and subtitle. Okay, and all of them, I'm just going to simply center them. Now, also what I wanted to mention is that it is also important because you'll need it, is to add a paragraph style for buttons. Buttons are all, or 99% of the time, okay, 97% of the time, white, centered. They're centered 100% of the time. But you can also have a button that is white and centered. Oh, I forgot to make this white. Now, why is it important? because every time that you would want to drag and drop a button element and say hello, you would want to choose the text style, which is button, like this. Okay. Of course, if you change your paragraph styles, button is not supposed to be Montserrat thin. It's supposed to be Montserrat light, like this. And now if I change it, I see the change. Great. This is exactly how your paragraph style should be. Okay. Now if I go back to my studio and I choose this paragraph, or maybe this paragraph, bringing a title or a text, I just open my paragraph styles. This is set to the first one. So if I want, I don't need to click on all of it. If I want to set it to, let's say, normal white, which by the way, this is supposed to be white. Apologies. There you go. We change its color, push this back. This is better. This is where you can see better. Okay. So I double clicked. I can choose subtitle. I'm going to choose normal white or normal white center. Okay. This is set to the title. I can choose title white and leave this gray. Okay. So this is basically how you set up your paragraph styles. Okay. Here, if I want an image, I want to put an icon. Okay. Most of the time it's going to be on icon. I go to icons, demo, this, boom. I am done. Everything is organized. Everything is ready to use. All you need to do is use it. Simple as that. Questions, I am open for any questions that you might have. So I'm just going to give you around 10 to 15 minutes. Let me know if I need to do things live. I will do things live. Okay, so we have a cool question here. When it comes to favicon image, can I use an image in PNG instead of a letter? Yes, of course, you can use a PNG instead of a letter. Just make sure that it's around 50 pixels by 50 pixels, and you should be good to go. Okay, so here I understand that you guys also want to understand why did I mention on the site presets that websites are generally 960 pixels wide. So when it comes to width, okay, we don't concentrate much on adapting huge screen sizes. We talk more about making an element itself. Okay, it depends. It doesn't matter the screen size, but we're explaining more about 100% of full width. Okay, we're not talking about pixels. We're talking about 100%. So since we're pixel perfect, and we know that most of the websites, if we look at the code on most of the websites, they use around between 960 pixels to 1200 pixels. Okay, but after doing a big market research on what type of what size websites are, they're mostly 960 pixels wide. Okay, sometimes you see those boxes and their websites, their actual websites, they use 960 pixels. It depends. Now, us here at Webydo, since we're pixel perfect, although on the platform itself we do use 960 pixels, we only use 960 pixels and we use borders as well. We also have the possibility to go beyond it because we have amazing features such as the full width functionality where you can drag and drop elements and have them full width, meaning that they're going to be adaptive to all screen sizes. So 960 pixels, I mean, I wouldn't suggest changing that unless if you really need to. I haven't stumbled upon any scenario where I need to make a website wider on Webydo so that it's going to be wider on the published view. Is there, okay, we have another question here from Sean. Is there a good resource for pairing fonts? Yes, Google Fonts. So if I go on fonts, if I'm not mistaken, it's called fonts.google.com, right? I'm gonna have a variety of fonts here. Okay, so let's choose. I'm just gonna Montserrat. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so let's say I'm choosing this one. See specimen. Okay, so you can check it out. Okay, Google Fonts is really really cool. Okay, and here you're gonna see popular pairing with Montserrat. Montserrat has a popular pair which is OpenSong, and you can download both. You can also have Webydo. You also have Railway, Merriweather. This is a nice pairing font, and also Lato. Okay, so extremely interesting question. This is a very important question from Charles. If I made a mistake and I created a paragraph style that I do not need, can I remove it? Can I delete it? The answer is no. Unfortunately, not. We are going to have this feature very soon, hopefully. I think by the end of the year. I'm not sure. I don't have deadlines. Please don't take my word for it. For now, the answer is no. We are looking to having the possibility to delete paragraph styles. What I would suggest to do for now is either override it if you need a different paragraph style, or you can actually double click and name it temp or delete or not relevant, so that it lets you or your client know that it's the paragraph style is not relevant. Don't use it. Okay, here we have a really good question from Thomas. How many different fonts or paragraph styles would you suggest to use on a site in regards to SEO and site speed? So site speed is it's not relevant. Okay, you don't need it. It's not, you don't need to change or add or remove. In regards to SEO, okay, and listen carefully. If you're making a normal website, a website that doesn't take too much space, a website that has, I don't know, like up to 10 pages, let's say, or even more, a website that doesn't need a blog, that doesn't need a lot of change, just simply needs a bit of content on every page, I would highly suggest to use your page title, which is H1, H2 for titles, subtitles, and your normal. Other than that, I guess, I mean, you don't need to have, because you do have the option of having H4, H5, and even H6. Okay. I would highly suggest in regards to SEO, and I don't know if all of you understand, don't worry about it. I'll be happy to explain on my future webinars. You're going to see it's very easy. In regards to SEO, it's always good to limit yourself up to 4 H tags, which are the page titles, the titles, subtitles, and the normal paragraph. Okay, these are the 4 paragraph styles in terms of SEO wise that I would suggest to use. Now, if you are using a blog or a news feed or anything of that type, it's always good to use more than 4 H's. You're not going to be penalized. I know that Google, when it crawls your website, it always check the first H, the second H, the third H, the fourth H, and so on and so forth. If it's a small website, I wouldn't recommend it. But if it's a really big website where you need to make daily updates and add daily pages, go ahead, by all means. Okay, we have a great question from Lee. Okay, in regards to the 960 pixels width, Lee is explaining that maybe it is told that we can put these elements outside the borders. Yes and no. Okay, it depends. It's always good. I always check if I see it. If I see this specific element on other screen sizes. Usually the borders are here to tell you this is the border of every element. Don't put elements outside. There is a way to put elements outside. Okay, don't get me wrong. With Webydo, thankfully we have managed to test and review and accomplish things that you can generally not do on Webydo. So as a big answer, at the end of the day, yes, if you want to put an element, just let us know. If we can view it, we'll fix it, we'll make it happen. That is not a problem. But in regards, if you can easily just simply drag it outside the borders, if it's 100 pixels like you mentioned right now, yes. I mean, if you see it well, then yes. On very very small computers, maybe not. Okay, unless you make it responsive. But generally, you should be able to make it happen. Can I change the order of the paragraph style? So, okay, great question from Charles again. At the moment, I'm gonna explain what you can or cannot do for the paragraph style for now. Okay. What you can do is just simply add or override a certain style. Okay. Deleting style you cannot do. Changing the order of the style you cannot do. It's not as easy as moving layers like in Photoshop. But rest assured, we are aware that you guys want to be able to do that, and we are going to release that feature. Okay, so we have another question from Francois. Are we limited to 6 color style? Yes, you are limited to 6 color style. I would suggest to use actually up to 4 colors for every website. Having too many colors is not that good. Okay, you're not using these more than 6 colors on the website, that's for sure. You are limited to 6, I guess, because this is basically um, the default on every website. Every website has generally up to, I would say 4, but up to 6 colors for a color palette. As you can see, when I went to Color Hunt, let's see how many colors they have on the 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, here we go. Okay, we have a good question from Charles. Am I right that iPad won't support parallax? Wrong. iPhone supports parallax, so iPad should too. We have another question from Thomas. Wouldn't it be great to use SVGs files for logos and icons? Yes, absolutely. Hopefully very soon. Okay, there is a way to do it. For now, since again, you should use the advantage that we're pixel perfect for now. Okay, we're always innovating. We're always taking a step further and giving the ability to do more than we generally offer. So stay with us. You'll see exactly what we're up to. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for joining the webinar. We're going to start doing a lot more webinars, and slowly, we're going to rebuild the website, the freelancer.webydo.com. Please have a look at it, gather the material. You can also extract all the images, okay, if you if you guys want to test it out and see exactly what I do. I'm going to be hosting webinars slowly and rebuilding the website itself. I'm going to be doing also a lot of complicated designs, such as playing around with parallax animations, headers, footers, galleries, buttons, to explain to you exactly how it works, where to put it, what are the steps, even provide you with a cheat sheet, basically whatever you need in order to make a beautiful website and to make it extremely easy for you and for your client to make the updates, to change the design, basically anything you want. So again, thank you very much for this first step, and I'm looking forward to our next webinar. Have a great day.